Just got back in from the end of Oak Street. Let's talk about it. The End of Oak Street is a science fiction survival film written, co-produced, and directed by David Robert Mitchell. If you didn't know who he is, he directed It Follows, and I thought It Follows was an incredible horror film. Really, really liked the premise, really liked the direction. I was excited to see what else this director would do, and we got The End of Oak Street. The film stars Anne Hathaway, Ewan McGregor, Maisie Stella, and Christian Convery. The family whose suburban neighborhood has been transported from 1982 into prehistoric times. If you guys know me, I'm a huge dinosaur guy. I love dinosaur movies. I also love Spielberg movies. So going into this movie, I was excited. The early previews, then the reviews and the reactions coming out of this film were all really positive. I'm gonna rank the dinosaur movies that I've seen. That'll be the next video. I was hoping to do that like pre this movie, but it's just been hot. If you don't know, I'll tell you a story about the alert I got on my phone while I was in the cinema tonight. It was wild. But let's talk about this movie because it was so much fun. I had a great time, guys. Firstly, you have to talk about the Spielbergian influence to this movie because it's almost becoming like a genre in itself, like Spielberg movies that aren't even directed by Spielberg. You can kind of tell the blocking isn't as good as what Spielberg's able to do. And just looking at the direction alone between The End of Oak Street and Disclosure Day, the direction's better in Disclosure Day. Disclosure Day, of course, there's some problems with that movie, but The End of Oak Street is a homage to these movies. It feels very E.T. at times, obviously Jurassic Park. I wouldn't say so much The Goonies, but even like It and Stephen King. Like there's a Stephen King element to this film as well. It's a PG, but oh my god, they push the limits of a PG. I was so surprised at some of the stuff that this movie gives you. Had a surprising amount of heart. There's even a moment where I teared up and I'm like, I'm tearing up at a dinosaur movie, which probably hasn't happened since Jurassic Park. We have great characters, great setup. They really home in on what makes these characters likable. Why should we be invested in these characters? It's the first time that's happened properly in a long time. Like, even the greatest movies this year haven't given us the best characters. It doesn't overstay its welcome. I was really worried that this movie would be drawn out and kind of slog in places in terms of pacing. Oh my god, it's got great pacing. It just does what it needs to do and does it excellently. In terms of performances, Anne Hathaway, she is just on fire this year. This is what, like, the fourth movie I think I've seen her in this year, or the third movie, and I haven't seen Devil Wears Prada 2 because it's not really my thing, but she's on fire. Like, she's gonna sweep the Oscars next year. Ewan McGregor is good. Like, I was kind of surprised at my reaction to his performance. I think it's the accent. I'm used to him being Obi-Wan Kenobi because I've watched those films to death. Recently watched Christopher Robin, so I've seen him with his kind of natural accent. Pooh? Well, but yeah, he has an American accent in this movie, and it kind of you kind of go, that's not his accent. Out of everyone in the film, you point at that and you say that's not his accent. But of course, you know that he does kind of spin his bat like a lightsaber at one point, and I was kind of like, still got it there, Obi-Wan.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The kids in the movie are good. Not like anything superb, amazing, life-changing, but they were good. And I will say that about the film. As much as I'm going to score this movie very generously, it's not life-changing. It's not Jurassic Park, right? And you don't expect it to be. But it did a lot of great things, and a few bits and pieces here and there, adjustments. It could have been great, like Jurassic Park. But if this wasn't, I've heard this right. I've heard this a lot from the reactions, and I agree with it. So I'm going to kind of repeat it. You've probably heard it yourself. If this was a Jurassic Park movie, it would be the best one since the original. It is. It's better than Lost World. It's better than Jurassic Park 3. It's better than Jurassic World. Of course, it's better than the other three that came out after that. Like, come on. It's not hard. But also, the dinosaurs look great in this. We have these feathered dinosaurs. They're very much the way that we know dinosaurs are now. Whereas in the 90s, we didn't know they were feathery creatures, right? But in this, they are. And there are other things in the movie that are surprising. I will say that. There's lots of surprises in the movie that I didn't see coming. As much as the film is kind of predictable, it also has moments in there that stop that and kind of stop you in your tracks and you go, oh, okay. But this is exactly what Jurassic Park should be doing now, that it isn't. And this was just such a palate cleanser for dinosaur movies, to be honest. Also, we have to talk about the score. Not like as memorable, but it definitely felt at times like it was bigger than the movie. It was very John Williams. Now, there's some logical problems. This is the downside. Shut up, computer. This is the downside to the movie. It's the logical issues. And I don't want to talk about them because they're the kind of spoilers. But at times you have to go, ugh, okay then. Ugh, okay, whatever. Fine. Let that be a thing. And it stops the movie from getting its full score here for me. But I had such a fun time. The movie is gory. That's what I didn't expect. Again, like I said about pushing that PG rating, it's gore. It's a lot of gore. And the movie, it was obviously set in the 80s. It feels 80s at times. I'd say the opening part of the movie, there's some dialogue where you're like, this doesn't feel 80s. It's only kind of backed up by what they're wearing and what music's playing. Kind of feels more 50s, like that 50s nuclear family suburbia kind of vibe to it at the beginning of the movie. You've got an excellent family there. That kind of stuff, you know? Like, it's very family-oriented movie, and they kind of build on that right from the get-go. And they do a great job of it, and it definitely feels a little bit more 80s as it goes on, but I feel like they could have dialed up the 80s stuff here. And actually, kind of wish it wasn't in the 80s, but it removes a lot of technology that would just get in the way and create more plot holes. There are some plot holes here with what the mechanic of this movie does, and, you know, again, logical problems that you just kind of have to go, fine, I'll give that a pass. J.J. Abrams did a good job here too as producer, and I don't know really how much he had his hands on in this movie, but there is a ton of that mystery box stuff.
Who's that? We don't know. Mystery box.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
But not as much as I expected to. I was expected to be disappointed in the amount of unanswered questions. There isn't a large amount of that, and hopefully that was the direction. Hopefully David and Robert Mitchell looked at that and just and went, just go easy on that. Like, let's answer the questions naturally.
We don't know. Mystery box.
There's a really cute moment at the end of the movie in the credits where, this isn't a spoiler, where it's dedicated to his father, and obviously must be, you know, like a generational dinosaur bond there or something. But that was kind of cute. That was like, it was a nice touch at the end of the movie. There's the classic bully on the bike, you know, like that whole thing. There's a few tropes here in the film, but that's fine. It's paying homage to all the good stuff, you know. People now would say Stranger Things, but it just, you know, E.T. is really at the heart of this movie. E.T. and Jurassic Park coming together and having a child, and that's the end of Oak Street. But with also a lot of those kind of Ray Harryhausen movies, obviously there's no stop animation and all that kind of stuff. It's modern, but it's kind of got that 1 million years BC kind of mysterious side to it. And again, I don't want to spoil it with what happens, but the location around their location feels like that, and stuff in the background, stuff that's happening in the setting that they're in, just feels like one of those old school adventure movies, and that was fun. And it had some comedic moments as well. There was moments where I actually laughed out loud, and I was kind of surprised by that. Its rewatchability is definitely there. I'd definitely go back now and watch it with someone else. Like, if I had the excuse to go and watch it again, I'd watch it again. Maybe not so much in a rush to watch it on my own again in the cinema right away, but if I was going with other people and to see them witness it and discuss with them, that's what I would do. And I would definitely say this movie is cinema worthy. I gave this movie on Letterboxd 4.5 stars, and yeah, like I say, it's an inch away really from being a favourite. It doesn't quite crack the top movies, you know, but it does a great job at overshadowing the entire Jurassic Park sequel series. Jurassic Park, Universal, take note of what this movie has done. Take note of what you could do. I mean, if this was like a Jurassic Park movie where it's just a family and all of a sudden these dinosaurs that escaped from Jurassic Park made their way into a small suburb, that would be great. That would have been a great Jurassic Park movie that I could get on board with. Not the crap that we've had over and over again. The freaking giant locusts and the trained fucking velociraptor and fucking staring at Blue's eyes lovingly like isn't gonna rip your face off. I could go on and on about Jurassic Park sequels, but I enjoyed this movie. I had great fun, especially after the last movie I watched being Ice Cream Man. And one of the things that I did experience with this movie when booking it is I booked the seat and it gave me Ice Cream Man tickets. And I was like, you're just trolling me. And then I cancelled it and rebooked it again, and I still got Ice Cream Man. And then the third time lucky, I got the seat that I wanted for this film. So thankfully, it wasn't Ice Cream Man. Also, while I was in the cinema, I sat there and there was an alert sound, and I was like, how is this working in this movie? Like, how is it at this point happening? It didn't make sense. Then I realised that we were all getting alerts on our phones in the cinema, and the cinema lit up with phone screens. It's probably the only time I'd allow it, right? But yeah, we've got wildfires here in the UK because of the heat, and luckily we're okay here. There's some small ones happening around us, but nothing major right now. So if you are in the UK and just stay safe, be sensible. It's kind of crazy. It's a fun time. Another thing I enjoy about doing YouTube is these little snapshots in time of history that I can look back on and remember that I went to the end of Oak Street. Really enjoyed it. Great dinosaur movie, but we had a wildfire alert in the middle of it, right? Guys, what did you most importantly, guys, what did you guys think of the end of Oak Street? Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Has this convinced you to go see it? Has it convinced you to wait till streaming? Has it convinced you to go and bring all of your friends with you? Because it is a great time. I had a great experience, and what a film. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a franchise. Just leave it. Just it's perfect as it is. Just leave it alone. Don't do the end of Oak Street 2. The fucking no, don't do it. Don't do it. But yeah, it was great fun, and I'd recommend it. I will see you with the next one. By the way, guys, I have a British horror channel you can check out. It's called The Spooky Brit. It's in the description below, and I will comment with that channel in the comments so you can find it easy. And that's British horror movies that I solely focus on over on that channel. Stay tuned for a dinosaur movie ranking of every movie with dinosaurs in it that I've personally seen. And I'll see you real soon with the next one. Take care of yourselves. Oh, by the way, I'm going to London tomorrow. I'm going to London to do some filming locations, mainly for my British horror channel, but there are a few things that I'm going to. So I'm going to Highgate Cemetery, and I'm going to film the location for a load of British horror movies that are filmed there, but also Crimes of Grindelwald. I'll probably have that show up on this channel at some point when I do a review for that movie, when another Harry Potter movie, or when the series comes out, right? I'll probably do like a build up to that. But I'm getting the American Werewolf in London, film locations, all that stuff. So if that kind of piques your interest, check out my other channel because there's a lot of British horror stuff. But guys, I will see you real soon with the next one. Take care of yourselves.